Hello, hello. So, good morning, evening, afternoon, everyone. This is now my first time that I'm going live on YouTube, so it won't be a perfect stream in the sense of everything technical.
Hello, hello.
There we go. And let me see. I think I also need the chat to be set up. Figure it out. So I will figure it out along the way. Now, where is the chat? I think I have to start a new one because I don't think the chat has been opened. That is good, and Q is live. Oh, I think the chat is open. Okay, good. Okay, there we go. We're getting there along the way. So yeah, I'm here just to share my journey and just to connect with other traders because I think there's a lot of traders that go online during market hours, and yeah, there is a gap in London and maybe also in the afternoon. So yeah, so just going on live and just sharing my journey, and yeah, just hoping to connect with other traders. So bear with me. This is the first time, so I'm more also getting technicals in order and that kind of things. So let's go. Yesterday, it was quite obvious that we had to move down, but I didn't expect the high resistance move that we got. So it was quite challenging, to be honest, to take that, even though it was quite obvious, and I had my levels clearly set, but I still took a few losses because of the large wicking. And in hindsight, when you look at it, it looks so easy. It's like, okay, it was, but it was not. I mean, that's how I felt it. But yeah, so I haven't gone into the chart yet because I've been busy setting up this for the live stream, and I will start doing it every London session, and it is just to be able to connect. I don't really care about the subscribers, or I'm not really focused on that. It's just more really, like I said, reaching out to other traders and just hanging out in this during this time. And let's see where it goes from there. So just about having fun, sharing knowledge, and yeah, also just recording my own journey. And as I'm also growing into some things that I really like to develop. So here we go. So what I always do, I have a lot on my screen, and I will get into that because I'll just talk about what I'm doing. Also, just for myself to get things clear. And yeah, whenever there's people that want to communicate and share things, yeah, we get into it. So I still see I've got some other screens. This is also a new laptop, so I need to start setting up some things here. So this first broadcast will mainly be about setting it up perfectly, and then it will get, it'll improve every session that I go on. And obviously there's a disclaimer. It's not financial advice. I'm just here sharing my own knowledge and just sharing my journey, and just having fun along the way, and connecting with people. Just want to make sure my camera is okay. Yeah. So I always mark out. For me, so I'm an ICT based trader, but I've gone deeper into the time element, and so I use a lot of specific time zones during the day, and I mark them. This is my MNQ chart, because sometimes when I go on my one of the evaluations accounts, I just go onto micro sometimes. So I do have one screen here which is on micros. I just want to make sure that it's going, whatever I'm doing, that it's resembling IQ. Yeah, I think it's going. Just want to make sure that I have the right setting. Yes, I am. There we go. Okay, so let me just go to my screen. Yeah. I see this is all mixed up now still. That's what you have when you go on a new laptop, right? And it's not configured properly. My TradingView settings are on my other one, but it's okay, we'll get there. Okay. And this has to go to 15 minutes. Here we go. I love time. I use these time zones and I measure this, and this helps me in my morning, my AM sessions. It gives me very strong levels, and I hope I can share that with you. This is something I discovered on my own. This is a 2 degrees indicator, and I use this time, this 9:30 Eastern to 1:30 Eastern. I use these blocks and I calculate specific time zones, specific levels from them, and they are quite accurate actually. So let me see if I need to do some settings here as well. So you see we're already getting a small range here now for today. Even though we have PPI today, right? Let me go on. I wish you could, when you have one TradingView setup that you can just, I wonder, I should be able to import it, right? Oh, I do have them here. Yeah, that's good. This is a really small range today. There we go. It's hard to believe that we're going to have an inside day with PPI, right? Let me just double check what the news is going to bring. Today is 14th of August, and we have, what do we have in London? It's already gone. Okay, we've got GDP in London, and then we have 7:30. What time zone are you in? You need to be on -4. What happened to you? Why is my other laptop also going nuts? Eastern time. There you go. Okay, here we go. So 8:30 a.m. core PPI, and President Trump is speaking again today, and natural gas storage. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. So normally I don't use them with the wicks, but when we have such a tight range and we've got news today, I'm like, we might need a lot larger range because we might have some nice wicking to the upside and to the downside. Also, this I need to adjust and make it a little bit more information on there for later. Yeah. Let me know if anyone's out there and want to just chat. or is also streaming or also trading in London. Okay. Now this is my little screen here. I'm gonna change this to NQ as well. Here we go. Okay. And this level is very, I like this level here, weekly open with an N walk. Also a daily, it's a daily mid-level. So this area for today has my eye. I do want to, let's see if there's some levels connecting to that. Yeah, we don't have much extension now on these levels today. But we'll see. We might just go higher and higher and higher. Okay. So this is something else I use. This is with all compliments to NR9, the DTT, Digital Time Theory, and I use this also to gauge order flow in. This is my daily on the daily time frame, or in the intraday, I mean. And then I also have one on the weekly, that's right over here, and on the yearly. And I'm also using time-based candles on the 19-minute to see if what time certain levels go back into each other again. So here you see we're in the middle of the weekly time range, so it's sort of like very hard to read. What are we going to do in London? Will we consolidate more and then make a move at 8:30 Eastern, or will we have a move in London? To be honest, if I'm looking at this, let me go to my 19-minute cycles here. This is a 12 o'clock, and this is a 10:30. Yeah. Will we have a move, the manipulation move, perhaps in London, or will it just be consolidation and then the manipulation move during the news? Yeah, I don't. It might just be a session with just watching, but then again, when you watch, you have a lot of information from when the move comes, so I don't really mind. Sometimes it's really just I took on my journaling. I have most of my losses actually during London because I just traded too fast without really waiting for the perfect move, and then it was just basically the time wasn't just right there. So I just needed more time to just to wait, sit on your hands, and well, that's all okay because that means I can just improve all the settings for the YouTube channel and just start going. Yeah, it has to be a first time everywhere, right? And I would love if there's anyone out there, and if there's any improvements to be made, if the mic is not clear or my screen or something else, just let me know, because it's all about just improving and just getting better at this and sharing and connecting to it with each other. Anyway, So yeah. So also what I do, I highlight the first presented fair value gaps in basically all sessions, which is the one in Asia I use, the one in London I use, and I also use it obviously in the New York sessions, the AM and the PM sessions. I can, if I go to the higher time frame on this one, you can see how well they are used. We have to go back. We didn't do much yesterday, but they really help me in the trading, because as you can see, they just, especially with those manipulation moves, when you have a large wick going all the way to the downside. Yesterday as well, or was it the day before? It just went into the Asia first presented fair value gap. Just want to see if I can find it. I can point it out again. It's just amazing how accurate it is sometimes. Wonder if it shows on my 15-minute. I think I have to go back to my 5. Let me show you guys. Yeah, I want to show you this guy here. You see this manipulation wick here at 10 o'clock. This was a 10 o'clock wick. And then we had the big melt up yesterday, right? Or the day before yesterday, that was. And you see how beautifully it went into this first presented fair value gap of the Asia session. Boom. And it just went in, and then boom, we had the melt up. That was also very hard that was also a high resistance melt up. Not easy to trade, but there were a lot of opportunities, and this one was the best opportunity here. And let me see, where was that? That was at 10:55, 10:45, yeah. On the lower time frame, it was a breaker. It was a beautiful trade. Let me get into 1 minute here and go to Tuesday. Those trades are really, on difficult days, you just have to be more, something also I have to really get better at, be more patient, waiting for that one setup, because you didn't have the knowledge, right? And why is this doing this? It's beautiful. This was the trade. Into the first presented fair value gap. There you go. It was all consolidating. Then we have a beautiful manipulation move here. So accumulation, manipulation, the distribution started. And this was a tricky one here, because it's sort of like, you think, oh my God, it's already over, it's going back down, because you have this, this sort of messes with you if it's like this for a long time. But this was just the retest of this beautiful breaker, and then off to the races. And it just used this first presented fair value gap. It used the 10 o'clock time, an older 10 o'clock. So I use a lot of times in my trading, and they just sort of like give me they navigate. It's my navigation, my roadmap. These purple lines are also specific times. They help me as well. But lately, the last 2 days, I guess it's been highly manipulated or something, because it's just a little bit different than usual. But yeah, you'll get better. I think with summer is almost over. Summer trading, right? Okay. Now going back to this one here. Okay, let's have a look. Are we seeing any buy model or sell model presenting itself? Oof. This looks like a lot of consolidation, right? From Wednesday. So we had here Wednesday. Yeah, it's just basically it's still in consolidation. Okay, interesting. We just have to wait. There's really not much to trade at this moment, because it's just still in that range. And we'll go to the 5 minute on this one. Now I'll go on the higher time frame to do some more higher time frame analysis. Just write down I'm going to write down some levels. So if it makes a large move, I'm better prepared to just go into the lower time frame and just find a good entry, instead of just still have to do my yeah, my investigations and stuff like that. Okay. So for me, also the 4 o'clock is a very important time, especially when it is been met before the 10 o'clock. If price goes to the 4 o'clock before the 9 o'clock print and after 7 a.m. So I don't want it actually to be touched after 7 a.m. Eastern, because if that happens, then it's a very high probability that I have a good model, which includes the 4 a.m. price. But if it's been tapped on multiple times after 7 o'clock, it's just not. You see here, it taps it right at 10 o'clock again. But that's not my model. It is something to investigate. Like, okay, now I know it went to it at 10 o'clock. But what I would rather see is that it doesn't hit it after 7 a.m. Eastern, and then I want it to run to that time after the 10 o'clock print, but before 12 o'clock. So yeah, that hasn't happened this week yet. So let's hopefully that goes today. So that's an important level, and I can talk a lot about that level because I've really been studying that time and models around that level. But yeah, that is something that I'll just, if it happens, I'll get into because it's just too much to share. Yeah, I need to start filling this one because it's all mine. Let's go to the 3 minute on this one. Here we go. Okay, so also what I use is the midnight price, obviously, but also the first presented, because I've noticed that it usually tends to go back to those levels as well. I used to mark out the whole first range, the first 30 seconds, but I don't do that anymore. I've started just to go on the 1 minute, and then I look like where is my midnight and where is the first presented fair value gap. And then and you can see it here, it's right over here. It's a very thin line, and we've got the daily open right in the middle of it, right? You can see that. So that's an interesting level. So I noticed that when I only used to mark out the midnight, there was always like some price action, and then it would just stop before it sometimes, and then reverse. And so what I do now is that I mark this, not the full 30 minutes of since midnight to a half past midnight, but I just mark the midnight until the fair value gap. And then a lot of the times the mid is an interesting level as well, and you see here the mid is the daily open, and then I extend it and it will stay on my chart for the whole contract. So I do use the the NQ1 for higher time frame analysis, but I do chart a lot, and I use those levels for the full 3 months, like specific levels like the midnight opening range that I mark, my first presented fair value gap. I extend the first one that presents itself in when the market opens. Those I just extend and I use them as a roadmap. It's on my other. I can't share. I wish I could show you on the other. Yeah, because now I'm using a new laptop, so I don't have. But you can see how accurate those levels are. It's just they just always go back to those levels. But anyway, I'm going to start jotting. I think I might, because we have nothing to trade right now. Let me just check. I might go back in time and just plot down a few. Yes. What's this? Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Yes. Where is my? Did I have? Oh, here you go. So get used to everything. You see how beautiful, exactly in the midst. So the daily open, and that is going to be beautiful. You need to go here. And what's the date today? Today's the 14th, right? Yeah. Why is my laptop not charging? That's good. I just happened to see that my laptop is not charging. Aren't we lucky that we managed to see that on time, eh? Imagine that it's your first broadcast and then you forget something like that. Wouldn't that be stupid? Wouldn't that be one of those things that you really don't want to happen? And there we go. Here we go. Okay, now we've got this. Okay, we've got some movement to the upside. Okay, I'll just get this out of the way. Most likely it will go up to this level here. Or it will just, because we've got a gap here. 924. Yeah, I see this going now. 3 o'clock. See, now the question is, why didn't it go yet? We still have some time. Let me quickly add. So these are the MRP levels. That means the zones where it can reach to. So we're sort of in the middle at the moment. Will it go up here into this fair value gap and reject lower, or will it just go through it, blast through it, or will it just go into this fair value gap, lower and maybe upwards? So we look at the weekly profile so far. Monday, then we had a Tuesday low, and we have a Wednesday high. So, yeah, I just think we should definitely get into this fair value gap. And either, so, reach into this level here, go higher, or just floats around here and just go lower. Let's see how London goes. It will give us a lot of information and help us trade in the AM session. It created equal highs here, so definitely we'll visit that again. Okay, so we just went into this gap here, and it did not get into that midnight range. There's a lot of little gaps here on the NQ. Here's one gap, here's a gap, here's a gap. Let's see what it shows on the 5. Yeah, so this is also such a good indication again. You know, you see on the 5-minute you have this Asia first presented fair value gap, and because of that it rejected all of it. Do we have a gap here as well? Yes, see, we have a gap here as well. So when you see that, I'm always on high alert, like, okay, are we going to use this as a rejection? It could just be a retracement back and then go back up further, or is it going to reject from it? Let me see on the 3 minute. What do we see on the 3 minute? Yeah. So actually I use, to come to think about it, this is the midnight first presented fair value gap. Then I've got the London as well that will start giving, should present itself about this time. And then the daily, and then obviously the AM session and the PM session. So those are the ones that I use, and those are the ones that these are automated, and this is the midnight. I always, because it includes the midnight price, I want to extend that all over my charts. But it's not this full because I just started using this laptop with my trading view, so I need to add some levels on this one. I have to double check with my other, but that will be populated, and then you will see it's like a roadmap. It just cycles through time. Time is just such a fascinating thing because, yeah, the algo is just using time, right? Because what's the one thing it can be manipulated is the time. So the algo is scripted against time. So when you use time, it's more that you actually say, I'm actually using the algo and using the looking for signatures of the algorithm, which is given on time, because the signatures by itself doesn't mean that much. It is when are they printed, and yeah. So now we are going up. Looks like we might hit the midnight level now. And here you see the midnight. This one is printed now. This is my my London first presented fair value gap. And those all will come back in the AM and PM session. Yeah. And this large yellow box, that was yesterday's opening range gap. So the gap between, you see here beautifully how it went back into the London and went down again at 9 in Asia. Here it hit it at exactly 4 o'clock. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Yeah. So on price action like yesterday, for example, right? Wat is er, Boepje? What's up? Dolly? Some monkeys. Okay, guys, I've got monkeys here, so I live in the bush, so there might be some monkeys on the. There might be some monkeys entering the stream, so. Come, Dolly, go inside. Monkeys, come. They're very cute, they're very innocent, so they just visit you. Come, Dolly, come. Monkeys are coming. I live in South Africa. You can hear them in the trees already. So the cats are getting. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Well, got some monkeys on the stream. They'll try to come in. They sort of get used to me being here now. Anyway. Monkey, no. Come, Dolly. Gigi, just go outside. It's okay. Just go. Maybe you guys want to see the monkeys. Might be fun to watch them. They're so funny. Okay, back to trading. I was saying, so this was, I was saying that when you have a price action like this, right, and you see the this presented fair value gap, and also if I calculate the this might be funny. Let me just calculate. There we go. So, yeah, I've actually, this is the first time that I'm broadcasting live and I have the monkeys visiting, because normally I was live on somewhere, but that was always later in the, and it was already starting to get dark here and night, so they don't usually come here at that time, but now they might be part of the stream, I guess, if I do the London stream. So as you can see here, it's the 75. So I use 1/4, 1/3 to mark my to mark this area. This is the gap that is between the close of the at 4:15 Eastern and the open at 9:30. That's a gap that I use a lot. And if you see one of these first presented fair value gaps going through them, it's always very good to keep an eye on them, and especially if they are at one of these levels as well. So as you can see here, it's 75%. And here it just didn't touch it, right? So this was already an indication for me that it is going to go to that level. And even though you have all this price action, for me, that it just did not tap it in here already gave me an indication that I had to watch it. This was, on the other hand, confusing for me because it did tap it at 4 o'clock, as you can see. But if I would still, technically, I don't trade after that time. But if this would happen within the session, I would presume we could go short from here. Because it tapped in, but here you see it goes back into it. So it's quite tricky then. But normally it does, if you want to trade from here, if you have the, this would have been a good trade. From here, just use it as a, to trade in the range. So you use the 2 fair value gaps. Yeah. What's that noise? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, the noise that you hear are the monkeys. They're they're jumping on on the other roof. So they love doing that. Okay, so let's see. Previous day low. Okay, so let's go to the daily AMRP levels. Yeah. So I do think it's going to go to 39929, so I might start getting ready to trade. I do trade macros and I use time a lot, so I want to. We also have a flat candle here on the 5, as you can see, right into this area. 312, yeah. So this indicator also uses a root candle, so a lot of time. So it highlights specific time zones, and 312 is one of them. And one thing that I noticed in this area here, we have a lot of stacked root candles. So that means I'm actually, you can see here it's a lot of chop, chop, chop. So when you have stacked root candles, this is the 11:15 yesterday, it's 12:35. This is the 6:05, the opening one. I moved away from it, went back into it. And here we have another 940 and the 312 stacked with each other. So I'm already anticipating now, if I see this happen, if one candle is already getting overlapped by another, I don't expect a lot to happen. It might move a little bit away from it, but as you can see, the range is quite small as well to the upside. It's just... Yeah. The monkeys are here. Gigi. Yeah, I'm not really interested now. It might be a short. Hey, what's happening here? Because you're from another browser. I am not. Who is... That's weird. Did you see that message that popped up? I am not connected to another browser. That's not me. What is going on? Why? What is happening? I'm still on, right? Yeah, something really weird. Why is it giving me this message all the time? Hey, monkey, no. They're so funny. They are so funny. Okay, I'm on. Sessions connected. Here you can see the monkeys. There we go. So we have the trade to the upside. Yeah, I didn't take it. I wasn't interested in that small move. I would rather wait for a larger distribution move. That's basically my trading style, going for the low resistance liquidity runs, waiting for clear manipulation, so accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Technically, yeah, we can look. This is... Yeah, Poopy, it's okay. Oh gosh. I'm sorry about that. Monkey business. Can I like myself? Hello. Good to like myself. Okay, so we went into the midnight opening range gap. I didn't take the trade because I just didn't. It's just too small of a range for me to. Let me just take this back. So yeah, we hit this level here, 138. Look how horrible this price action is, just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and just basically consolidating. You can see it happened here as well, happens here as well. Looks to me we're definitely going up into this range again, then go a little bit lower. Well, at least I have some monkey viewers. Yeah, got some monkeys that came to the chat. That is nice. That is nice. So we rejected of this beautiful 15-minute wick. Let me see, is this? This is the wick. There we go. I don't want the levels to extend. I think I have to start checking. I think they're trying to. Why? I don't want extension. Go. No, 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 no. There we go. No, monkey, you cannot come inside. They're so cute. They're so cute. They're just so funny. Yeah. You cannot come inside, monkey. You know that. No. Naughty monkeys. Naughty, naughty. So I have a rooftop up here, and I do sit there a lot with my coffee and just have a drink, and then they just, they're used to me just hanging out there. So they are. I usually don't sit here and broadcast live, so this is the first time I have to think about a way of managing this a little bit because it can be disrupting when there's serious trading going on. I've got I should. It's so funny. I've got a yoga mat, and they're just sort of like they're really interested in everything. They just want to. They're just very sweet. These. I've got some pegs hanging on the small washing line, and they just love to. We have to buy some new ones because. Don't take my pegs. You're not using them anyway. You're just breaking them. Okay. So that was a nice move here. So again, that was a beautiful distribution move to the upside from here to here. And what time did we? Are you leaving my yoga mat? Oh, they're taking all my pegs. Okay, I think I have to. No, 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 no. Okay. Let me just. No more, please. So naughty. There you go. What are you doing? You're so funny. I lost half of my pegs. Well, I guess they are my first time. Hey, don't eat my mat. It's okay. I love you too. They're so funny. Okay, here we have some more light. Some more light coming. So even though this was a distribution move to the upside, it was at, let me see, 317 Eastern. So technically on the 1 minute we have oh, well, we're not really trading. I'll show you the monkeys. So we're going further up. So now we're in a macro, so now I might actually enter a trade. No monkey. They're extremely cute. They're just, if they steal anything, it's just a banana or an apple, and then that's it. If you have the baboons here, it's a different story. You don't want to break in, or you don't want them near your home. But these are just very cute, and they're just, you don't feed them because then you really have an issue. But if they just I allow them to hang out with me here, and especially on my rooftop. Basically, it's not my rooftop; it's theirs, and they allow me to use it. But yeah, I love it. I love to have my monkeys around. They make me smile. I just love animals in general. Um, that's why I came to South Africa. To hang around animals, to have more animals around me, to do conservation work. So usually because obviously U.S. markets are here, they open at date night. No monkey. You cannot come in. Go. No, you can be there. And then I used to do voluntary work in daytime, and then at night, or at 3:30 on my time here, or 4:30 depending on daylight savings. I trade. So yeah, the moment if I go back into voluntary work, I won't do the London session live anymore. But now I'm not. So I just thought, why don't I broadcast live? Because there's not many NQ futures traders on London and PM session. We already have some excellent, especially female traders that are doing the AM session, like Lumi and Tanya. So that space is already quite filled, and I love watching them as well. Yeah, but then again, London, most of them are sleeping. Yeah, I think they're up now. Good. Okay, well now we can. That's not really a trade anyway, so. And it's the first time, right? So we had some visitors. Yeah, and the only downside when the monkeys are here, the dogs start barking. There's a lot of dogs around, and now it's quite quiet, so that's good. But then again, I might have to future time just think about that, how to deal with this. Here we go. Oh my God, are there? Oh, they're so funny. They're just hilarious. I've got a shower there, an outdoor shower with a glass window door, and now they're sort of like very interested in the hanging, sort of like and trying to get inside from there. But so they're just too funny. Now they're on the rooftop. That's okay. Okay, they're gone. They're on the rooftop, so you might hear a little bit. Okay. So now we're still in this root candle on the weekly. There's also a yearly. They also have a yearly one. It's quite interesting too. Sometimes. No. Hey, try to get in. No. Hey. They never used to do that. That's something new. It's like they really know that you're doing something that cannot really that you need your attention to, and then. Okay, well, what I was saying. Let's go to the yearly now. It's on, and then let's look at the yearly root candles. Here we go. These are the blue zones. This is yearly. So we are over the halfway. I have to get rid of this. So here we were in June. We were into the yearly candle and the yearly. Just want to see where the high is. I marked a lot on this one here, so I need to get rid of a lot of information on this one. So this is one. This is a little candle. Switch this one in. So this is the high AMP level. If you calculate this manipulation move here, so this candle, it matches up with this AMP level and 6 level. 6 is exactly the mid. The 2568. And then we still could get an extension above that, obviously, to generate the second. So, yeah, looks promising. Get rid of everything here. Wondering why is this not forming? It should extend. Why is this not going the way it should go? 3.1, 330, extend. Oh, they're so well today. crazy stuff today. 03A1. It's just the first. Okay. Um, okay, I'm going to delete it here because for some reason this one doesn't extend. Oh, okay, I got you. Because this one is from at 4. Yeah. Okay. And this is fine. Just delete this one. Here we go. I just don't like this price action. It's still very herky jerky. That's how I call it. So So today, as you can see on this, the mid is because of the daily open, right? But like in a few days, you won't see the daily open line anymore. But then I still have this area because it usually tends to revisit these areas again. So that's why I just noticed to use to extend them. So during this contract, it might get revisit. My kitty kitty. Okay, 346. Are we going down now? Are we going down? Are we going down? Is it time for a trade? Now the dogs start barking. That's the downside of the monkeys. Yeah, you see, it's not a nice area to really engage in trading, to be honest, still. So I think I'm not going to stay on too long. Let's see. The monkeys are wild today. Jesus. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it here for today. I think this is okay for today. First session, but some things sorted and improved for today. No things to look for, think about when it happens again. Well, that was it. Anyway, let me just have a quick look if there's really nothing to trade. Let's just wait for after 4 o'clock. Let's give it another half an hour. I think because, sometimes we get the 4 a.m. session. There we go. So it's hanging out in this root candle, the weekly root candle. Just creating wicks on the bottom, wicks on the top. So, or actually in between two root candles here, you can see. Here's one root candle, here's one root candle. So the bodies are in between the root candles. Yeah, you would think it would definitely make a move to the downside to get into this fair value gap, right? So this is 10:30. What time is this? 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 12. Yeah. I have to take this one out. Let's see. You know, with this wig here, I would think this wig would function as a rejection block at some point, maybe. I would like it to see make another wig, go down, make another wig, go down, and then take those out. Let's see, one out. Sorry. For wig. Yeah. I'm anticipating a move down somewhere into this wig here, into this zone. Oh, we've got a gap here as well. 782. Well, let's see. Let's give it some time. Yeah, this was also a clear indication we're going to move up, right? So if I have the other dog now has noticed the monkey, so it starts barking. We've got this wick, but then obviously it went all the way into the wick, and what I always do, I calculate the wick from the bottom, and then I take the other bottom from it's already been working its way into, and as you can see here, it's exactly a 0.5, and it had a beautiful move up. That was actually quite beautiful, to be honest. That should have been the trade, but I was just getting ready for this session. And we had SMT as well. You see here, this one, yeah. Yeah, this was the move here at 350, exactly macro time. SMT with ES. Do I have SMT from Fadi? I need to get rid of this one. I need to get the other one here, because that one is live. See, that was the move, and I missed that one, but it's okay, because it's just, it's going to journal that. SMT, Fadi. This one is pretty good because this one is very fast. This one is actually live. It's no delays. Yeah. ES. I need the ESU. Here you go. LIM. There's so much noise. There's monkeys. Yeah, so much. Here we go. Yeah, you see here, beautiful. I took out this. Yeah, there was lower time frame SMT. Okay. Did we finalize the market maker buy model, or are we going higher? Okay, we've got a breaker now here. Forward 2, yeah, we're going higher. Should get into. I have to get used to my setup now, my new setup to get into fast trades and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm getting into. Let me see.
Order filled.
So this is my trade right now. I'm in a trade, aiming. I got in here. This is my trade, and it's a very just below this purple line because that's like a, for me, a very important. This is a specific time level that I measured, that I use. So this is the trade I'm taking right now to the red line, which is in an old fair value gap, and this is settlement price. So that is 946. I'm getting out at 946. Now don't take me out. Yeah. It's a very tight stop, as you can see. I just want to spike into the 410. See, and this is something that I noticed these days. You know, you have one move, and then again it goes into consolidation, and it stops you out, and that's been basically what I've encountered this week's a little bit. So it's not like normally, you know, you have your macro, and you okay, I'm just going to take the last bit because you know it's going to make that last run. It could just really, again, because we had a consolidation here, and then it tends to use these times, but now it's going, I see. Let's just see. I just wanted to go to... Just go. See, it's not smooth, right? It used to be like... I just miss those low resistant runs. And it's just, you have this... You just... It sort of makes me not nervous in the sense that, but just makes you like, oh, again, it's unreliable. Like, you know, you use your macros and your setups, and you use certain signatures, and it gives you high probability. But then it's sort of been off lately, especially this week. And then when you're in, like, oh, should I get out again because you know it might just swing down, and then I don't, and then it does swing down. Where it's, see, there we go, down again. Yeah. I'll just let me be stopped out, I guess. Just don't want to get into... It is what it is. I might get out. I'm not really... It's 4:06. It should run. Yeah, it's going down. It's not doing it now. It seems like it will do it later. Or it might just spike up. It would be nice to end the stream with a nice trade, right? That would be like cherry on the cake, but it's going down. Yeah, and it's in my zone already. It doesn't seem to want to move. Stop that. Yeah.
Order filled.
Okay, there we go. Stop that. Yeah, it won't do it this macro then, I guess. It might do it again. That's also something that I noticed, that it just runs outside the macros. It does run outside the macros a lot of the times. Last 4 days actually. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to close this stream. And yeah, perhaps I'll see it's going in. I might still get in, but we'll see. I'm outside macro, I shouldn't be doing it. I have to stick to my rules, right? Okay, that's it for now, and thank you everyone, and we'll see each other soon. I'll be back tomorrow, or maybe even the PM session. We'll see. Bye-bye.